Yo, what is up guys? It's Full Vibes here back with another video, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about today. Over the past couple of days and over the beta weekend, there's been a lot of information and news that have been revealed or leaked, and I want to break down all of that today. Real quick, I am sorry for not posting any videos last week. I did take a little bit of a break, but we are back and we are coming back strong. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. So without further ado, sit back, relax, get a drink and some food, and let's get into it. So there are many things that I want to talk about in this video, but one of the first things that I want to mention is that about a week ago, we got a bunch of characters that have been leaked. I think it was about 17 in total, but sadly I will not be mentioning them in this video because I do not want to spoil the game or even the story for some people out there. But just know that a lot of people are happy with the list, and those aren't even going to be all the characters. There's probably going to be even more coming to the game, so I'm very excited about that. But the second thing that I want to talk about, which is very important, that got announced today, is the war table. Now there's going to be a third war table for the Marvel Avengers game, and it's going to take place on September 1st, which is on a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday from now as I post this video, which is incredible to think about or just to hear. And honestly, it just gets me super excited. So September 1st is not only going to be the date of the war table, but it's also going to be the launch date for the people that pre-order the exclusive digital version on the PlayStation, the deluxe edition on doesn't matter on the platform, whether it's PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4, or the Earth's Mightiest edition, which is the most expensive one on also the 3 different platforms. So that's really crazy. So for you guys that are going to be playing September 1st, like me, make sure just to take some time out of your day to watch the war table. It's probably going to be 30 minutes to an hour long. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure not to miss it because it's going to be a big war table. There have been rumors and leaks saying that they're going to be revealing one of the launch characters or just one of the characters coming a little bit after the launch date, and it's actually going to be before Hawkeye. So that token that we saw in the second war table, the token before the Hawkeye token, was actually supposed to represent this character that's going to be coming either at launch, like a secret launch character, or before Hawkeye. So I'm very excited. And they're also going to be revealing some game modes that we don't know about, and they're just going to be showing us gameplay of some of the game modes that are going to be coming at launch, and just kind of telling us what we can do at launch. So I'm very excited for that. Another thing that I want to talk about, which is actually very big, is the fact that from now, every day until the launch, which is September 1st, or like the launch for the pre-orders, we are going to be getting daily blog posts or daily blogs from Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix, giving us information on specific aspects of the game and just answering questions in general. So Square Enix actually posted what we will be getting for the blogs every single day up until Sunday. So today we got the day 1 patch, which I will be talking about later in the video. And also tomorrow we will be getting things that we need to know about accessibility in Marvel Avengers. On Thursday we will be getting the overview of online play. On Friday we're going to be getting a rundown of gear and cosmetics. On Saturday, we're going to be getting a beta post-mortem, and on Sunday, we're going to be getting a look at the weekly gameplay ritual. So some of those, I don't even know what they mean, but they still get me very excited for what's going to come to the future. They answered a bunch of questions today, and I will go over that a little bit more later in this video, but I want to talk about the blog. The first one came out today, and they did a lot of information. So I'm going to put it up on the screen now while reading it so you guys can, see what they're saying and just kind of get an understanding of what the structure is going to be like until launch for the blogs. So let's get into that. The first thing that we see in the blog is what we're going to be seeing, or everything we need to know about the day 1 game, which pretty much is everything we get the moment we get the game, the moment we buy it, from September 1st to probably September 4th. And they say, and I quote, "By now, you know what to expect from Marvel Avengers on day 1. A full-length campaign featuring an original Avengers narrative, 6 heroes, each with 50 plus skills to upgrade, plus gear and outfits to unlock, 80 plus war zones / drop zones to play with friends or your AI Avengers, regularly updated priority harm challenges and priority missions, later game mission types like hives and villain sectors, and 50 plus enemies to master, and in the future, new playable Avengers like Hawkeye, as well as new story content and regions, all at no additional cost. In addition to all of the above, we wanted to arm you with other important info that ensures you're ready to go on September 4th. This week, we're dropping daily blog posts that outline everything you need to know about Marvel Avengers. Today, we are starting with details on Square Enix membership requirements, the Day 1 patch, and more. Let's go. So that was very cool, and there is more, and we'll get into that, but I just want to take a little bit to process what they were saying. So we're going to get a full-length campaign. Like, obviously from the beta, we only got 2 missions, so we're going to get a full, huge, maybe even 10 hours around their campaign. We're going to be getting 6 heroes, which we already know about, with 50 plus skills each. Like in the beta, we only had 1 skill page, and we're going to be getting 3 for each character. So there's 2 skill pages that we are completely missing out on, which is crazy. We're going to have 80 plus war zones / drop zones, and those aren't even including the other mission types, which is just crazy to think about. Like, we only had a couple in the beta, and we're going to have so many more. It's going to have so much more diversity, like in outer space and underwater. And we're going to have, regularly updated harm challenges and all that kind of stuff. We're going to have 50 plus types of enemies, which is kind of crazy because I think we probably had 10, 15 at the max in the beta. So we're going to have just having over 50, just crazy to think about. And then we're going to have in the future more characters and more regions to play as. Like, we already have Hawkeye and Spider-Man confirmed, and we're going to be getting more in the future, which is really exciting. So now they're going to be talking about signing up for a Square Enix members account. Now, you don't have to worry about this if you did play the beta, because that made you required to make a Square Enix account. But if you have not played a beta and you are planning on getting this game eventually, make sure to make a Square Enix account, especially if you're going to get it day 1, because the servers are going to be jam-packed, so it's going to be very hard. Maybe, you're going to have issues trying to sign in or make an account, so it's better do it now. There's tons of videos on YouTube explaining for you how to do it, but just plain and simple, go on their website, and you can click sign up, and then all you have to do is just put your email and put a password, and then boom, you make an account. It's very simple and very easy, and then all you got to do is make sure you link it with your PlayStation or Xbox or PC or Steam account, and then you're all good and all set. Now, let's talk about the early access. So obviously, there's 3 versions of the game that you can get early access, and by early access, I mean 3 days or 72 hours. So you can, instead of September 4th, you can get it on September 1st, and those are the PlayStation Store exclusive digital edition, deluxe edition, and the Earth's Mightiest edition. So if you pre-order the standard edition, you will not get the game 3 days earlier. You still will get the skins and all that kind of stuff, but you will not get the game on September 1st. And then for the times that you will be able to start playing the game, for the pre-orders of the 3-day pre-orders, 3 day early access pre-orders, they will be as following. For PS4, it will start September 1st on midnight. So the moment it goes from August 31st to September 1st. The moment it turns midnight, you can play the game. On Xbox One, it's the same exact time. For Stadia, whoever plays on that, it's September 1st at 9 a.m. PDT, which is pretty much 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And on PC, it's also the same time. And that's a pretty big difference. So from PS4 and Xbox One to Stadia and PC, that's a 12-hour gap. So for people that want to start playing at midnight and just want to play straight, they have a huge head start, which is a pretty big deal, But it's going to be the same times for the people that pre-order the normal editions or just buy the game at normal release, which is September 4th. But instead of September 1st, it's going to be September 4th. But the times are going to be the same for each console. Now I want to read really quickly what we're going to be getting at launch. They also posted a huge kind of thing, which I'm going to be reading, which it shouldn't be too long, and they're just going to be telling us what we're going to be expecting at launch and this huge day 1 patch that they are talking about. So let's get into it. Those who purchase a physical copy of Marvel Avengers will need to connect to the internet one time in order to download the game's Day 1 patch. The patch is approximately 18 gigabytes in size. Those who purchase the game digitally will receive the patch along with the game's initial download. After the Day 1 patch download is complete, an internet connection will not be required to play the game solo. Although, as mentioned above, you need an active internet connection to play online co-op and to download post-launch content, including new heroes, new missions, and new regions for free. While we were able to adjust development to a work-from-home environment quickly, we did lose a bit of production time in the transition. As hard as we tried, there were several updates and refinements that we could not get into the game, but plan to address with the Day 1 patch to ensure everyone has the same great experience at launch. The Day 1 patch includes several updates and refinements that are required for play. Additionally, the patch includes localization files for the game's dialogue, which are quite extensive, as we are localizing Marvel Avengers in 15 different languages. The Day 1 patch is also important as it includes a lot of fixes, feedbacks, updates, and tuning from our beta weekends. Over the last 3 weekends, millions of you have played the game for tens of millions of hours and killed hundreds of millions of enemies. Your participation has been of immense value to us as we work to squash bugs, tune performance, and finalize game balance. We hope you will see and feel it when you play the game. So that is crazy what we just saw. It just shows that they're very dedicated to this game. We're getting a huge update that's 18 gigabytes. So there have been leaks, and it's pretty much confirmed that the base game itself is going to be around 90 gigabytes, which is huge. So it is annoying because you're going to have to clear up some space. So if you haven't, make sure you guys do so. But it's also going to be really exciting because that just shows that we have a lot of content. Plus an 18 gigabyte bug fix is crazy. So I think the game from beta to the full game is going to be a big difference, and hopefully we do feel it because a lot of the complaints have been coming from the motion blur, which they did fix on the last beta weekend, or at least fixed a good amount, and the frame drop. So hopefully that gets fixed, and that's like on top of the updates that we've been getting over the beta weekends. We were getting updates throughout the beta weekends. The first beta weekend was pretty crappy, the second one was better, and the third one was even better. So just on top of that, we're gonna get an 18 gigabyte update for a patch. It's gonna be really cool, so I'm super excited for that. Another thing that I want to talk about real quick is at the end of all the 3 beta weekends, Square Enix compiled a bunch of statistics of the 3 beta weekends and sent them to all the players that got to try out the game. And I'm going to be posting a picture here on the screen, but it is crazy, and that just shows how good the beta went. And that pretty much is for the total collective hours played over the 3 beta weekends. It was 28,500,000 hours. That's crazy. For the number of enemies killed, it was 3,500,000,000. 3,500,000,000 enemies. That's absolutely absurd. And then for the people that maxed out their character level was 240,000, and for the best selling item in the marketplace was 640,000, and that was the Iron Man Chroma Lux, which pretty much means that 640,000 people bought the Iron Man Chroma Lux, which is crazy. So that kind of shows that Iron Man is probably one of the most played characters in the beta, at least. And another thing is, I heard recently that the standard edition for Marvel Avengers is number 1 in both the US and the UK for pre-ordered games, and the deluxe is number 6. So that's crazy. For people thinking that this game is not going to sell well, now it might not do well, we never know. I hope it does, and from what I've played, it looks like it's going to do pretty well. But for people that say it's not going to sell well, these statistics are just showing that it's doing well, very well, in fact. So I'm very excited for that. And I just can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is a quick Q&A that they did. Now, there were a lot of questions, and I probably will do a more in-depth video on it, but I just want to talk about the bigger questions that people were asking. I feel like you guys want to know. So one of the questions is, somebody was asking if Hulkbuster would have different skills and different cosmetics. Now, they answered, Square Enix, one of the developers answered that Hulkbuster will have different skills, like you will be able to upgrade the time you can use them and the damage and all that kind of stuff. But for the skins, he does not know yet. Like, he's going to see, if it's going to happen. But for now, there's no positive or like in negative answer. There's no for certain if there are going to be skins, if they're not. I really hope that they do have skins. Another question was that when you play Warzones, are you only going to be able to play with the characters you unlock? Like, for example, will you have to unlock the characters through the story, or can you just play the Warzones and have all the characters? And the answer was that there are 2 options. Either you can start playing the Warzones and skip the entire story and be able to play with all the characters, but you're going to have a lot of spoilers, or you can play the story and unlock all the characters, and then you can play the Warzones, so you'll understand the story and you'll still unlock the characters as you go through. So, that's pretty cool. So there were a lot more questions, but I don't want to keep you guys here for too long. So if you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I am super excited for this game, and you guys definitely will know that I'm gonna be streaming this game day one on September 1st. So my Twitch is gonna be down below, and I'm definitely be streaming that, and I'm just super excited. But yeah, guys, like, I'm just so hyped. And leave in the comments below if you guys are excited too. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.